host of the Gridiron.
Oh, this offensive line, just straight up trash. Giants offensive line, just unbelievable. I mean, as I said, this winds up coupling up with, going back to what happened with Locke, right? I mean, the times he got hit. I mean, just every time we dropped back to pass, somebody was hitting Locke. I mean, then the one. Let me see here. I gotta find it here. Whoops. There was a video here that showed. I guess I ain't gonna find it. Oh well. I said there was a video here showing when Locke got sacked. Yeah, but I said it's just the offensive line was just absolutely freaking atrocious today. Oh, wait, is it there? That's the pick six. Okay, here we go. Is it gonna play? I think I got it. Okay, I'll go here. Okay. Can I stop it? Okay. So he steps up. I mean, you look, there's four guys out in the route that I can see. Okay, this is where it's 13-10. It's 3rd and 2. 13 minutes, 42 seconds to go in the third. So it's the first drive, obviously, of the second half. Drew Lock, so there's not pressure, but he's stepping up into the pocket. It's 3rd down and 2, right? And I can see four guys in out in the routes, and it's like pretty much man to man. It looks like, and they're covered. So there's like nowhere for him to go. So he steps up and turn that down. And, he takes a hit at the 35-yard line. And actually, he took a hit at the 35, and then he took a hit. He took another hit, and that's when the ball came out. So the ball was at the 38. So he drops back and goes up, and he starts running for it. So he has to get out to the 40-yard line for first down. So he goes, he takes a hit at the 35, he bounces off of that, and then he takes another hit on the side, and around the 38-yard line, the ball comes out. So, he obviously have to do a better job of, you got to give the guy some credit, for trying to make something happen. But, he got hit. You got to do a better job. So, and then 6 plays after that, the Cowboys scored their touchdown, and they went up 20-10. Then later on, they scored another touchdown to go up 27-10. And then the Giants scored their 10 points in the fourth quarter, and just, too late, too little, too late. But, just the offensive, as I said, and it was the penalties. I know there was one, the heck was it? I think it was Malik Neighbors caught a pass down the sideline, and there was a holding or something on Manhurts, and they brought it back. There was a nice play to Malik Neighbors, and it got called back. I don't remember what quarter it was or whatever it was, but Giants had got a first down out of it. Malik Neighbors made a catch. And I said, it might have been a first down, but it got called back. There was penalty. I said we had 13. It doesn't say. I'd have to go back and look at the play-by-play and all that and everything. But there was a grand total of, I say 13 penalties. Yeah, for 98 yards. And it was 13 penalties, and of course it wasn't all on the offensive line, but there was 13 penalties that were accepted. All right, but a lot of them on the offensive line. As I said, we gave up 6 sacks. There was 14 quarterback hits. I mean, he was pressured like I saw a stat. I think we had it might have been like 2/3 of his dropbacks. There was pressure on, or something. It was just horrible. Now, we did have backup our tackles were backups, so you got to give them that. But I know John Michael Schmitz gave up a sack. I know it was obviously a penalty was on a Runyon. It was, it was just almost all across the whole line. I mean, I'm dying to see what the PFF grades are for offensive line performance here because it was just horrible, absolutely horrible. Now, I mean, one of the things is it does take you out of your rhythm, or maybe shall I say your what you're trying to do on certain plays and all, because it's like, well, neither one of our tackles can block, so we got to keep a tight end in over here, and we got to have our running back chipping over here. And then maybe we can send two guys out in the pass patterns, and hopefully, So it's absolutely horrible, absolutely horrible. But it was, I don't hardly remember a play, where Drew Lock wasn't like either getting hit, sacked, or just straight up running for his life. I mean, what do you expect anybody to do? I mean, as I said, Patrick Mahomes would have had a hard time winning this football game. That offensive line performance, and I said, and then our running game, was not very good at all. I said, let's see, box score. All right, so I said, Locke did, as I said, he took off 4 times, got 57 yards. He had that 128 yarder. I believe that was the one that he kicked the pylon and was just short of of scoring a touchdown. But and I said, Tracy ran the ball 9 times for 32 yards. And Singletary was 7 times for 23 yards. And then we have Malik Neighbors. So it was the nice thing about with the one with Malik is you get the freaking guy the ball. Unfortunately, we don't have Saquon anymore. If we had Saquon and Malik, I'm not saying we'd be going to the playoffs and all like that, but now you have 2 really good players there. You didn't want to pay Saquon, so now you're back down to 1 really good player. But they got the ball. They threw the ball at Malik quite a bit, 13 times. He got 13 targets. He caught the ball 8 times, and he had the 1 run. But, I mean, I'm sure the Giants would much rather run the ball. Their 2 running backs ran the ball 16 times. Right? As I said previously, Tyrone Tracy ran it 9 times for 32 yards, 3.9 yards a carry. I'm sorry, 3.6 yards a carry. His longest run was 7 yards. Devin Singletary ran the ball 7 times for 23 yards, 3.3 yards a carry. Once again, his longest carry, 7 yards. Yeah, it was just absolutely horrible. 16 times we ran our running backs for 55 yards. I mean, like 16, 32, like just about 3.5 yards a carry. Not getting it done. So, I mean, the offensive line, as I said, once again, I know, both our starting tackles. Right? I mean, if Andrew Thomas could still be there and Eluemunor, and if everybody was still healthy, they'd be, But as I said, John Michael Schmitz, just it's like, is he a bust? No. But man, would I like him to be better? Yeah. I mean, you look at the guys they drafted. I mean, Zudu, McKeithen, Neal, John Michael Schmitz. I mean, wow. I mean, at least the guys they brought in, Eluemunor is decent, Runyon's decent, Van Roten's decent. But you don't want to have to keep bringing in. The idea is not to keep having to bring in free agents. Yeah. The idea is to be able to draft, develop, keep, and, have these guys flourish. The Giants, that ain't happening. I mean, Evan Neal had the one nice game, his first game back. I mean, he did a nice job run blocking and all of that. But I mean, it just goes to show you. I mean, you put him against an elite. I mean, everybody has problems with Micah Parsons. Don't get me wrong, but once again, it just goes to show you, with Evan Neal out there, just put him against somebody who is elite. It's just he's going to have problems. I really, 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 really would like to see them maybe move Evan Neal in to guard. If we Get rid of Van Roten, if we don't bring him back, right? I mean, I would love to see him move Evan Neal into guard. I mean, really. I mean, I don't even, the guy can even stay healthy. He was on the injury report with a hip. So, I mean, I don't know, was his hip bothering him that bad that he played that hard? Well, who knows? But obviously, the offensive line was absolute trash today. Couldn't run, couldn't pass block. Absolutely trash. Every time we play the Cowboys, it's like it's just trash. Absolute garbage on the offensive line every time. It is unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable.